Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News, to the most important news of the day. The launch of a new program of the National Police was held at the Coral Palace Plaza, which seeks to have a more direct contact with the community of the archipelago.
With the objective of getting closer to the communities, the National Police has created the Police in the Neighborhood program, a strategy that seeks to combat crime with the neighborhoods. There will be 4 quadrants on the island that will have a team of police in charge of patrolling these sectors.
Today, the police is launching at a national level this neighborhood police program. We have identified the areas that need it most in San Andres and Old Providence. There are 18 police officers that will begin to work from that social part. We have identified the places that need it the most, such as San Luis, Matlina Hill, Santa Ana, Cocal, and the sector of New Guinea. Since we are seeking to have a close contact with the community, our police officers will be on foot and on bicycles. They are going to go house to house. They are going to have very close contact with all the children and adolescents institutions, with all the social leaders. They are going to be talking to the different actors in the various communities.
These new programs are part of the transformation process of the National Police, which seeks to continue tracking crimes within the communities.
And from the facilities where the second day of vaccination takes place, Sylvette Mitchell meets with the community to share with us how the second dose of Sinovac vaccine is going, since according to some, this dose has been stronger.
Hello Lisa, good afternoon and greetings to everybody that watch Teleislas News. In this moment we are here in the Centro de Convenciones from the Isleño Hotel, where the second day of the vaccination journey is being carried out right now. We want to talk to some people from the community who manifested and also tell Teleislas News that as the first day, the first journey, the process really organized and really fast. You just go in, you show your identification card and also your vaccination card, you pass, we take the vaccine, and then you come out immediately. People don't delay not even 50 minutes, they make the vaccination process, and that is why they invite the community to take the vaccine. Some of the people also, when they tell to Teleislas News, and they tell us, and the community also, that some of them maybe feel their hand they hurt them, or they maybe feel giddy as of the first vaccine too, because them say might be the second vaccine a little stronger than the first one. So this was what the community say in this day.
So far I feel fine, because let's say I felt pain in my arm while it was being applied, but I haven't felt dizziness, and the first dose went well.
This is the second one. I feel with the second dose, I didn't feel anything. No dizziness, no discomfort, nothing. I didn't have any kind of symptoms with it. As I told you, it is well organized. Doing well, and I have completed the vaccination cycle. Now I just have to hope that I have no symptoms and stay at home, resting to see what happens. The logistic was the same as with the previous campaign.
Also, as I said before, the community invite people who not take the second dose of the Sinovac vaccine, and also people who really don't take even the first dose to come and take the vaccine, because to get the vaccine save life.
I think it is time that we all become aware, because we all work in tourism, so it is important that everyone gets the vaccine so that we can reactivate the island's economy.
Everyone is invited to continue getting vaccinated for the good of everyone, for the good of their families, for the good of everyone. It is worth it to take the vaccine. My friends, you should come and get vaccinated, because it saves lives.
Well, as how the community said, Teleislas News also invite the community to come and get the vaccine applied, the second dose, and who not get the second dose yet or the first dose yet, to come and apply your vaccine. Yesterday, they get to apply more than 6,000 vaccine. We hope, well, the departmental government hope that today it can be the same amount and even more vaccine being applied the day after today. Remember that the vaccination journey will end at 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So this is the invitation with you all, Sylvette Mitchell Archibald for Teleislas News.
And until 11 o'clock in the morning, 1,668 second doses would have been applied, while for first doses, 128 vaccines have been applied for a total of 9,130 immunized people. Teleislas News will be attentive to the development of mass vaccination. And we continue with other news. Strong winds and waves has been occurring on the island, so the port captaincy gave some recommendations. Gisela, what is the reason for the strong winds?
Hello, Lisa and all the TV viewers. Well, strong winds and waves keep in the Caribbean affecting our island. The port captain in charge, Luis Landazabal, explained why is that.
Product of the interaction between a high-pressure system of 1025 millibars extended along the North Atlantic Ocean and the Darien low-pressure system of 1009 millibars, anchored to this central zone of the Colombian Caribbean coast, generating strong winds of east direction with speeds of 25 to 35 knots and a height of the swell that oscillates between 2.5 and 3.6 meters.
Lastly, the port captain talked about some restrictions taking into account the winds in the island.
Al momento se tiene restringido.
At the moment, the navigation of small boats within the bay is restricted. Also, Johnny Key and the aquarium are closed for tourism.
The red flag is alerted for the south-southwest and east-southeast keys, in addition to other tourist activities such as jet ski in Sprat Bay and Rocky Key. At the Bather stop diving in east area, parasail and stingray tour site with yellow flag, diving in the west area, and kite surfing.
And the inclement waves in the south of the island have affected several residents and merchants in San Luis sector. More information as follows.
Several shops, restaurants, and homes have been affected in the Sun Bay sector due to the high waves on the beach. Residents of the area have reported damage to the infrastructure of their business.
We were very curious about this phenomenon because the sea get up over high. Not even when we went in a hurricane, the sea never high so. And well, it's everyday thing. We work in a space island. Have some things outside. We work with hammock. We work with the chair them outside that the people can come and take sun. And well, every day we have the breeze, so we have to take in soon. Last night they come in for we rough. The sea come up again inside of the business. Wet up the things. Then we had to take up everything. Come in at the yard. And well, through this platform, a lot of business come up from the pandemic because people have to look a way to help themselves. And well, every day we have the sea high, we have the breeze, so it affects a lot.
Several merchants who did not want to express their opinion on cameras indicated that they understand that this event is the result of a natural phenomenon, but they specified that they have never been recorded at the magnitude before. They also expressed fear regarding the low number of tourists in the area, as well as the damage to the infrastructure of their business.
And every year, more than 17,000 Colombians die from the exposure to poor quality air and water. In this regard, the Ministry of Environment and environmental authorities and local governments are advancing strategies to improve these aspects that affect human health.
Throughout the implementation of the Biodiverciudades initiative, which unites several territories in the country, with the objective of creating a project that consolidates a national air quality network, where San Andres is part of the allied group.
El Ministerio de Ambiente y Desarrollo.
As the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development, we have identified the importance of improving the availability of information on air quality and emissions to strengthen actions to prevent and control air pollution.
The minister also spoke of the resources allocated to the environmental project.
Por eso, estimados alcaldes,
that is why we have secured 10,000 million pesos from the carbon tax for the development of a project to consolidate a national air quality network for biodiversities.
The governor of the Archipelago Department, Everhaken Shorgreen, signed this alliance to implement the air quality monitoring system in the islands, joining 10 capital cities in the country.
And in an interview with Teleislas News, the commander of the specific command of San Andres and Old Providence spoke about the Navy's anniversary and activities that they have been taking place in the department.
Different events will be held on the island as part of the commemoration of the 198th anniversary of the Naval Battle of Maracaibo and the National Navy Day on July 24th.
Here in San Andres, we will also join this celebration. That day we will have a Eucharist ceremony where we will invite local authorities to join us to thank God that we can continue serving our homeland from the sea.
The commander highlights the work that they have been doing over the years in the islands, among them the contribution to the development of the reconstruction of Old Providence.
For us to really have the opportunity to help the community in Old Providence and Santa Catalina after this natural disaster is really a great challenge. And secondly, we feel a great satisfaction to be able to bring personnel from all over the country, since we have units participating. Coming from Tumaco, Covenias, there are different people from all over the country who are joining this beautiful work to help contribute to the other states' entities to do their job.
Let us remember that since the passage of Hurricane Iota, several ships of the National Navy are in the municipality transporting materials for the island's reconstruction.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. First and third place in the qualifying tournament for the island beach handball team in Cartagena. The men's beach handball team won the first place by beating Bolivar 2-0, which leave them one step away from the qualifying of the National Beach and Sea Games. The next phase will be played in the city of Medellin next August, for which the Secretariat of Sports guarantees full support to these selected teams that have been putting the Insular Department on high. In the women's division, the Islanders also took the third place. We spoke with Leonardo Garibello.
Logramos la victoria en la rama masculina con los muchachos.
We achieved the victory in the boys division with the boys and the bronze medal with the girls, which was more or less that we had predicted before going out to this important qualifier. We are at the top after what happened in San Andres last June, where we also obtained the first two places. We just have to go to Medellin next month to ratify the classification. The girls must accumulate points because the level of the girls is very high. You realize that the games were not easy. Antioquia, Valle, Bogota, Bolivar are too strong.
In the women's category, first place is Antioquia with 10 points. Second place for Bolivar with 8 points. Third place for the Islanders with 6 points. And the fourth place is for Bogota with 5 points. In the men's category, San Andres is in first place with 10 points, Bolivar in second place with 8 points, Antioquia third place with 6 points, and Valle is in fourth place with 5 points. We will continue to work with great discipline to seek the first place in both female and male categories, as said by Leonardo Garibello. The changes in basketball of the islands are beginning, with Tulo, the new Argentine strategist who places emphasis in collective game. The new beginning in the process of island basketball continues to develop, and the results have already begun to be seen with Coach Tulo, the Argentinian strategist who came to teach new dynamic of collective basketball to the young basketball players of the islands. The boys are focused on the new schemes of the collective game of the Argentinian coach, as Waldir Vázquez told us.
Ya venimos haciendo un nuevo proceso con el nuevo entrenador que es el profesor Tulo. El mecanismo, la dinámica.
We have been doing a new process with the new coach, who is Professor Tulo. The dynamics of everything has been changing. We have seen new results in the youth that we have here on the island. The boys are very focused. They have liked all the changes. Many things have been modified and everything has been very well received. Everything that Professor Tulo has brought, the new teachings. The truth is that this is not an individual game. It is a team game, and the teacher has instilled a lot of that in them. The truth is that the teaching that the coach brings is a result of a lot of experience.
The techniques of the Argentinian strategies began to give positive results to the young basketball players, who quickly assimilate the movements of the collective game as stated by Coach Waldir.